What is going on, guys? Rogue here, coming at you with episode 15 of Attack on Titan. Before I get into the pre-discussion, though, I just want to let you all know that I had a few complaints in episode 13 that I wanted to address, where it turned out that the version that I'm watching of Attack on Titan is like the TV show version, I guess, like the version that aired on TV, and so some parts that were too gory, I don't know what the circumstances would be, but some parts like got kind of cut from the show, and so apparently some of the questions that I had during the reaction get addressed in the Blu-ray version, and so I went ahead and I got the Blu-ray version. I ended up rewatching episode 13 of Attack on Titan, like the power episode, the dope episode. That was a very glad to rewatch that episode because it's just so damn good. And so I ended up rewatching that episode, the Blu-ray version of it, but I also had the old version that I was watching side by side. And so I synced it up so that they were both playing at the exact same time, and I could see the differences of the version that I watched compared to the Blu-ray version. And you guys are right, there were a few instances where the version that I was watching kind of stretched a few scenes and cut out smaller scenes completely, and so they still like sunk up almost perfectly, but there were a couple of scenes where the version that I watched, it would like just freeze on someone's face for an extra 3 seconds. And in that 3 seconds on the Blu-ray version, some shit was actually going on. And so I just wanted to touch up on that and let you all know that I have switched over to the Blu-ray version. I also noticed that the text is also slightly different between the two versions. And so I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Sometimes the text on the Blu-ray was a little bit more complicated or drawn out, and sometimes it was like, I don't know, it didn't really give as much detail as the other version. So I think they both have their ups and downs, but getting those additional scenes I think makes way more of a difference than having the text slightly different. So I think I'm going to go forward with this show watching the Blu-ray version, and I hope everyone is cool with that. Two scenes in particular that were in the Blu-ray version and not in the episode 13 that I watched was that one moment where Annie saved Jean, where I was like, did Annie kill that thing? But yeah, in the Blu-ray version, you actually see Annie like on top of this guy's face, like riding him as he's just like falling down, and you see Jean just pass right on by. And so that was made very clear that like Annie saved Jean's life there. I still didn't see any blood or anything or how exactly that Titan died in the Blu-ray version, but it was made much more clear that Annie saved Jean and Jean was able to get away in that moment. And so I wanted to just bring that up, that was clarified for me, as well as the scene where Ian gets his head decapitated, like head, or I guess it'd be like, I don't know, his head chopped off from his body. And so in the version that I watched, when the Titan like kind of bit down on Ian's neck, it kind of just like zoomed in on Ian's face, and it like, I don't know, it was just like some weird visual effects that went on. And then in the Blu-ray version, it actually like, it changed to like a different angle, and you actually got to see Ian's head like toppling to the ground. And so it was made much more visually clear that like the head got severed from the body, and that's it. Like, of course, like I knew Ian died in the version that I watched, but it was made like much more visually clear for me, and so I'm pretty satisfied with switching over to the Blu-ray version. Thank you all for suggesting this to me. I apologize for it taking so long for me to switch to Blu-ray. I know a few of you have been commenting here and there to get me to switch over, but I was just being stubborn, really, and so I ended up making the switch, and I ended up rewatching episode 13. Anyways, now that that's cleared up, let's do this pre-discussion real quick, and then we'll jump straight into the episode. Last episode, we had the Survey Corps and the military police in court to try and see who would get custody over Eren, and the military police wanted to take Eren and dissect him and kill him, just to kind of make sure there was no rioting or anything within the walls, and the Survey Corps wanted to take him and try and use him to regain Wall Maria, I'm pretty sure, is the furthest out wall. And that's obviously, like, that's the way to go, of course. Like, you guys just witnessed a win here. For the first time, you, like, got that town back after you've basically, like, wrote it off. And so you got, like, it worked. You used the boulder, you blocked it. It's like, it worked. You have that town back. Now try and apply this same concept to the other wall that you lost and regain that fucking territory. It would probably take a lot longer to clear out the potential titans that are within that territory, but I think getting that territory back means way more than, I don't know, potentially losing some people because there were some titan stragglers within the area that they didn't find and eliminate. I don't know how exactly they'd address the problem, because I imagine that after so many years of titans potentially being able to enter within that third wall territory, that they're probably scattered, like, all throughout that shit. And, like, there's no way that you can get them all, really. Like, I can't imagine there would be any way for them to eliminate every single titan that's within that Walmaria. And so, I don't know. Maybe there's a way for them to, like, retake the cities that are kind of within the pockets on the, like, along the walls. As long as they can put the gates back up, then maybe those cities will be safe again to live in. But they probably have to, like, farm the land that's within the two major walls. And so anyone who went out there to be a farmer or whatever would have to be very wary. I don't know exactly how it would work, but I'm sure they could put up some kind of, like, signaling system so that anyone who's on the wall can scout and see if there's a titan within the area. And then if there are, you just don't let farmers out. Or I don't know. I'm sure they could do something. Like, they have those, like, signal guns, like the smoke guns. I don't know what they're called. But they could, like, send up flares in case someone on the wall sees a titan within that area, and then it would kind of act as, like, a signal to call all the farmers back in. I don't know. I'm going way too in-depth here. Back to this pre-discussion here. Levi ended up beating the shit out of Aaron to prove that he is capable of controlling Aaron, and he really got it into the military police's head that if he were to transform into a titan, they wouldn't be able to handle him. Like, they were already scared that he might transform into a titan. But Levi was like, bitch, I've killed so many titans. Killing one more is no problem. And so whoever takes responsibility for him needs to be able to put him down if need be. And that was it. Like, that was all the convincing that they needed. They just weren't thinking the whole thing through, where if they were to take Aaron into custody and they were to try and kill him or dissect him, if he turned into a titan, there's nothing they could fucking do about it. Like, they'd be, like, the military police don't go out. Like, they don't deal with titans on a regular basis. And so it would just be like a traumatic experience for them. Whereas Levi, we've witnessed Levi fucking killing tons of these fucking titans already. Like, just casually, like, throwing swords into their eyes and shit. Like, it's no problem for this man. And so he really drilled it into everyone's head that he's the one that needs to be taking care of Aaron, so he can deal with him should anything happen. And so that was all that was needed. Aaron is now a member of the Survey Corps, and the tooth that Levi kicked out during that whole trial actually ended up growing back by the end of the trial. And so I thought that Aaron needed to enter his Titan form to activate that regeneration ability within him, but apparently he can just regenerate things. Like, his human body is able to just regenerate lost appendages, lost limbs. I don't know what you call a fucking tooth. But anyways, like, I guess I was wrong there in that assumption, and I would love to know to what extent he's able to heal. Like, he was able to regrow his leg and arm, but that was when he was a Titan. And so I don't know if he can heal to that extent while in his human form. I'm not sure if we'll get an answer to that extent within the show or not. I feel like if Aaron's ever in a situation where he loses his arm or leg, he'll probably turn into a Titan, and then it'll be the same thing. Like, when he comes out, he'll just have that limb back. And so I don't think there'll be a time where he's lost a major appendage and then he doesn't turn into a Titan, unless he's, like, knocked out maybe. I don't know. But I just can't see that happening. I feel like he'll turn into a Titan whenever he's in that serious of trouble. So I'm not sure if I'll get that question answered. Anyways, I've been talking for way too damn long. Let's get straight to this reaction. 3, 2, 1.
旧調査兵団本部工場を改装した施設ってだけあって
Oh damn, that's big.
一人前だが 調子に乗るなよ新兵。はい。巨人だかなんだか知らんが、お前のような小便臭いガキにリヴァイ兵長がつきっきりになる。
Jesus fucking Christ! Did he bite his tongue off?
最初が肝心だ。あの新兵ビビってやがったぜ。
Stupid you were.
俺の思惑通りだな。俺を束縛するつもりかペトラ。俺の女房を気取るにはまだ必要な手順をこなしてないぜ。
What?
あの人たちが調査兵団特別作戦班。
So these are like the best of the best? Oh, the Levi squad!
ペトララル巨人討伐数10体。
10 Titan kills, 48 assists. That's dope. Oluo, 39 kills with 9 assists. Yo, we got a main slayer out in here. Eld, 14 kills, 32 assists. Gunther, 7 kills, 40 assists. So the dude who bit his tongue is like really fucking good. Lance Corporal Levi. Keep it under control, bro. Just remain conscious.
ひでえ荒れ方だ。中も埃だらけだろ。それは重大な問題だ。早急に取り掛かるぞ。
上の階の清掃完了しました。
Are these like their maid outfits?
部屋を見てくる。エレン、お前はここをやれ。
はい。
世間の言うような完全無欠の英雄には見えないでしょ。現物のリヴァイ兵長は思いのほか小柄だし、神経質で粗暴で近寄りがたい。
いえ、
That makes sense.
俺が意外だと思ったのは上の取り決めに対する従順な姿勢です。
強力な実力者だから序列や型にははまらないような人だと思った。
はい。誰の指図も意に介さない人だと。
Yeah.
私も詳しくは知らないけど、以前はそのイメージに近い人だったのかもね。
That guy who's like, I can do this better than you guys. Fuck off.
兵団に入る前、都の地下街で有名なゴロつきだったって。
Whoa, he was a rogue.
何があったのか知らないけど、エルヴィン団長のもとに下る形で調査兵団に連れてこられたって聞いたわ。
Erwin changed him.
はい。
全然な、すべてやり直せ。
Do it all over again.
いずれにしろ、俺にはいささか早急に過ぎると思えるが。エレンの現在の処遇はあくまでも一時的なものだ。可及的速やかに彼が人類に利する存在だと中央に示す必要がある。でなければ、いつまた憲兵団あたりが横槍を入れて俺にも建前を使うのか、エルヴィン。相変わらず鼻が利くな、ミケ。
Yo, something's going on here.
我々への待機命令はあと数日は続くだろうが、30日後には大規模な壁外遠征を考えてると聞いた。それも今期卒業の新兵を早々に交えると。
Oh, the new recruits. So Mikasa and Armin are definitely gonna be there.
俺の担当じゃない。だが、エルヴィンのことだ。俺たちよりずっと多くのことを考えているだろう。多大な犠牲を払って進めてきたマリア奪還ルートが一瞬で白紙になったかと思えば、突然全く別の希望が降って湧いた。
Everyone looks at Eren. I can't wait for Eren to just fucking, oh my god, prove his worth.
未だに信じられないんだが、巨人になるってのはどういうことなんだ、エレン。
その時の記憶は定かではないんですが。
Oh yeah, let everyone in on this.
無我夢中で。でもきっかけになるのは自傷行為です。こうやって手を。あれ、そういえば俺はなんでこれだけは知ってるんだっけ。
Yeah, how do you know that?
リヴァイ班の皆さん、
Henji.
お城の住み心地はどうかな。
早かったな。
いても立ってもいられないよ。私は今街で捕らえた2体の巨人の生態調査を担当しているんだけど、明日の実験にはエレンにも協力してもらいたい。
俺が何を。
それはもう
What kind of experiments?
最高にたぎるやつをだよ。
Wow.
リヴァイ、明日のエレンの予定は？
庭の掃除だ。
ならよかった。決定。
She doesn't give two shits about what Levi says.
巨人の実験とは。
おいやめろ、聞くな。
Don't ask.
聞きたそうな顔してると思った。
Everyone just left like they don't want to hear about this.
それじゃあ聞かせてあげないとね。今回捕まえたあの子たちについて。
She's so high energy about this.
最初は
Jesus.
意思の疎通の検証。調子はどう？
分隊長、近すぎます。
こんにちは。いい天気だね。お腹すいた？
Oh my god. Fucking You're gonna get your leg bit off, girl.
残念ながら今回も医師を通わせることは不可能との結論に至る。
She like stepped in again.
お前がソニー、お前が
Sonny
ビーンだ。
and Bean.
よろしくねソニー。ビーンもよろしく。次に日光の遮断を試してみた。夜が深まると巨人の活動が落ちることから日光により何かしらの活動力を得ていることを裏付ける実験だ。これは巨人によって個体差が大きく出た。
I see.
よく頑張ったねソニー。おやすみなさい。また明日。ソニーは遮断後1時間で活動が鈍くなったのに対し、お前は本当に夜更かしが好きなんだね。ビーンは3時間元気なままだった。
Does size have something to do with that, or?
唯一活動に必要なのは日光なんだ。以前捕獲した子たちは誤って殺してしまったんだ。
How do you accidentally kill them?
うなじまで削ってしまってね。
Dear God.
笑顔が可愛い子たちでね。あの子たちには本当に悪いことをした。あんな思いは二度と。ごめんだ。
They both got decapitated and killed like that?
そして次の段階からは巨人の体と接触する痛覚の確認へと移行した。
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
分隊長、あなたが叫ぶ必要は。
これが叫ばずにいられるか。メイがあんなに下がってるんだぞ。頑張れ。
Stay strong, Bean.
巨人にうなじが
What the hell?
ないか確認する必要があったからね。とても辛い作業だったよ。ソニー、ほら心臓に刺さってるよ。痛くないの？どんな感じ？ビーンに比べてソニーは内向的な性格であまり反応を示さなかった。何？どうしたの？
Well, back up. Oh my God.
隊長、下がってください。
No joke.
今の惜しかったよソニー。
あんた本当に死にますよ。
And then she just laughs it off.
ハンジさん、なんで巨人を前にしてそんなに陽気でいられるんですか？
It's a good fucking question.
ハンジさんだってその脅威を数多く体験してるはずなのに。
そうだよ。私は巨人に仲間を何度も目の前で殺された。調査兵団に入った当初は憎しみを頼りに巨人と戦ってた。でもそんなある日私は気づいた。切断した3メートル級の生首を蹴っ飛ばした時だった。軽かったんだ、異常に。そもそも本来ならあの巨体が2本足で立ち歩くなんてことはできないはずなんだ。どの巨人もそう。切断した腕はその質量にあるべき重量には到底達していなかった。
What?
エレンが巨人になった時も何もなかったところから巨人の体が現れたと聞く。私は思うんだ。私たちに見えているものと実在するものの本質は全然違うんじゃないかってね。
So the Titans are somehow formed out of thin
肉親を
air?
糧にして攻勢に出る試みはもう何十年も試
Which
された。
causes them to be super light?
私は既存の見方と違う視点から巨人を見てみたいんだ。空回りに終わるかもしれないけど、でも私はやる。
I dig it. You gotta think different here.
調査兵団に入って
Hanji,
驚
you
か
got
さ
my
れるば
vote.
かりだ。これじゃまるで変人の巣窟。でも変革を求める人間の集団、それこそが調査兵団なんだ。ハンジさん、よかったら実験の話をもっと聞かせていただけませんか？
Learn everything you can, Aaron. Learn everything you
の
can.
ためにも詳しく知っておいた方がいいかと思いますし。
もっと詳細に話すとしよう。ちょっと長くなるけど、はい、今まで話したことは訓練兵の時に教わってるはずだ。エレンも知ってるよね。
Were they talking all? He's like, he's fucking exhausted.
ここからは私独自の推測を交えて。
Oh my God, she's going into full detail here.
ハンジ分隊長はいますが、被験体が巨人が2体とも殺されました。
Not fucking Bean. Whoa.
貴重な被験体を。
How did this happen?
あ、犯人はまだ見つかってない。
Man, it was a fucking military police person. For sure.
気づいた時には立体軌道で遥か遠くだ。
Someone unhappy that the survey people got Aaron.
ハンジ分隊長はご乱心だ。
Did he just say 2 people did this? Is it a team effort?
一体
What the fuck, man?
君には何が見える？敵は何だと思う？すまない。変なことを聞いたな。
This is such suspenseful music. What the fuck is happening? It has to be the military police, right? Like, it has to be. Who else would fucking do that? What is going on, everybody? Rogue here, and that was episode 15 of Attack on Titan. I don't know what the fuck is really happening right now. Some fucking idiots came in and killed Sonny and Bean, so no more fucking experiments. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why would you kill these fucking Titans? You captured them so you can learn fucking more about them, and some people just come in and fucking kill them? And aren't there, like, shouldn't there be guards here? Like, if you have captured Titans, I feel like that shit should be under, like, lock and key surveillance. Like, 24-hour surveillance. Why the fuck would you not always be watching fucking Titans that you have within the walls, just in case some shit were to happen and they were somehow able to free themselves? Oh, God? I don't understand. Like, I swear, like, it has to be the military police. It fucking has to be. Like, they've proved themselves to just be stupid pretty much throughout this whole fucking show. Like, they haven't done anything to help anyone. And so, I want to say that it's the fucking military police. It's gonna be people who hate that Eren hasn't been killed. For sure. God. Fucking idiots, man. Because the military police are like the people who can't see the fucking bigger picture. And so, I feel like it's the fact that Eren is still alive, and now they're thinking like, Titans fucking kill all of our people, like, why did we capture these two? What? Like, we need to kill them. We need to kill them like they kill us. And they're not able to fucking see the bigger picture. Like, they couldn't see that Eren could potentially be their way out of this shit situation that they're in, and they couldn't see that these Titans could be used for experimentation so that they can learn more about them, so that they can maybe find additional weaknesses, so that they can fight them better. Like, we already learned this episode that at night, they become less active. So, fucking do whatever you're gonna do in the evenings. If you ever have to leave the walls, go at night. Oh, God. Like, there's probably so much more that they can learn about fucking Titans if they could just continue experimentation on Titans. Like, we learned that somehow the bodies are a lot lighter than what they should be. We learned that they need light, they need sunlight to live. Like, all they need is sunlight to live. These are some fucking, like, photosynthesis motherfuckers. Like, they just absorb sunlight, and that's all that they need to sustain themselves. We also learned that darkness is not their friend. That they become less active when there's no sunlight. And so they cloaked them, or they put them in tents, and one of them went to sleep an hour, and then the other one went to sleep after 3 hours, or some shit like that. But I was thinking maybe the size of the Titan has something to do with how long they're able to be active at night. I don't remember which one was the big one and which one was the small one, but I feel like there should be a correlation there. We also learned that they do feel pain, or at least one of them did. I think Sonny felt pain and Bean didn't really. Bean kind of just internalized it and tried to eat Hanji. But yeah, that was another thing that we learned. Sonny was like screaming in pain, and so that's very interesting that they can also feel pain. I don't know. This is all super interesting stuff. I love to learn more just about this in general. And so the fact that those two Titans that they had captured have been killed, that aggravates me. That upsets me. We got to learn a lot more about Hanji as an individual, like tons of character development there. She originally approached this whole Titan slaying business, this whole Survey Corps business, just fueled out of pure hate, coming at this with the same mentality as everyone else. But then she decided that it's worth it to change my thinking, to try and think outside the box, like to think differently from everyone else, to try and really learn more. Like, she ended up kicking that head off the Titan, and the way that it moved or whatever, like how far it went, showed her that they're a lot lighter than what she would have expected. And so now she has this like super inquisitive mind about Titans, and like a completely different mindset compared to everyone else, which I dig, by the way. Like, that's fantastic. Hanji is fucking dope. I actually really dig her and all of her experimentations, and just how passionate she is about this whole thing. Like, she was like screaming along with Sonny when she was like stabbing him to see if it felt pain, and I loved it. Like, Oh my, she's so like empathetic even towards these fucking Titans. And so that was fucking dope. But yeah, for the most part, the episode was just them like cleaning the fucking castle. And so I'm thinking, if I have this right, the castle is within the second wall structure. They haven't left the walls yet to go on that expedition. The expedition is going to be in 30 days, and they're going to be taking the new recruits who also join the Survey Corps. And so I'm thinking Mikasa and Armin are going to be on that expedition. There's no way that they're going to join the military police. They're going to go wherever the fuck Eren is. And I think from the beginning, the plan was to join the Survey Corps. And so I'm fully expecting those two to join up with the Survey Corps. So that'll be hyped to get them back in the show. And I'm super fucking eager to see Levi and Mikasa just tearing this shit up. Because it seems like they're the greatest warriors we've seen so far. And so, like that one dude on the team, I think it said he had like 42 kills and like 8 assists or some shit. Like he's definitely the main slayer on the Levi squad. And so like the other people had like 8 kills, like 10 kills or 13 kills or some shit like that. Like it's like I don't know. They had more assists than kills. But this one dude had just a shit ton of kills. Like, he's definitely the main slayer. The guy who bit his tongue. I don't really remember the names. The names were kind of too fast for me to really process. And so it'll take me a couple of tries to really get them in my head. But I'm sure that I'll remember them. Probably after an episode or two more, I'll have a much better handle of everyone on the Levi squad. But yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything for this episode. Like, Hanji is super eccentric. The Titans are like plants. They utilize photosynthesis or some shit like that, where they turn like sunlight into energy. They're abnormally light, which leads me to suspect that like their bodies kind of form out of thin air somehow. Like it's like the molecules in the air that kind of form the body, which makes it lighter or some shit. Titans are also susceptible to pain, and they're less active when they've been cut off from the light. I think that was pretty much everything we learned in this episode. Oh, we also learned that Levi was some like rogue person before he got recruited by Erwin. I don't remember his like full backstory that they briefly talked about in this episode, so I'll probably go back and like rewatch that little bit. But I don't know, I seen the word rogue in there and I was like, rogue, and so the rest of that fucking sentence just went right over my head. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at that again. But no, that made me pretty hyped. Like, long story short is that Levi is a rogue, and anyone who hasn't subscribed to this channel and you're watching this, Levi is very disappointed in you. So hit that subscribe button. Come on now. No, but anyways, I'm gonna jump into the next episode here. If you guys like this reaction, or if you want to catch the rest of my Attack on Titan or Hunter x Hunter videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you want to get access to these videos before they're dropped on YouTube, or if you want to support me further, head over to my Patreon. The link is in the description down below, and become a patron of mine. I would love you forever. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!